Yo, what's up guys? I'm Rygo and welcome to the YouTube channel. So today we're going to cover one of my favorite kiteboarding tricks. One of the first tricks that I saw that really got me stoked on the sport, and one of the most fundamental tricks for unhooked freestyle riding, and that is the Raley to blind or the pop to blind. Alright, so for this trick, you're going to want to keep your kite kind of low, about a 45-degree angle, and you can kind of send the kite up a little bit to give yourself a little bit of extra pop in time, especially while you're learning. And as you get better, you start to keep the kite a little bit lower around that 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock range. Now, you also want to keep your hands on the middle of the bar, and that'll prevent the kite from moving or doing anything crazy, because you will be rotating with the kite behind your back, so you don't want to have your hands out wide where you can errantly move the kite. With the kite nice and low at 45 degrees, come off of your edge to take the tension out of the lines and unhook. And to do this, you can just kind of stand up, take a little pressure off your heels, so you can think of yourself as leaning back and riding upwind, and then coming forward more like you're on a surfboard or on your skateboard. So come off your edge, unhook, and then lean back and load up those lines and carve up and into the wind, and then push off of that back leg. And what'll happen is the kite will slingshot you into the air. Now you're gonna wanna let your arms out a little bit as you pop, and as the kite rips you off the water, let your legs go flying out behind you. And the more stretched out you get, the more of a rally this is. The less stretched you get, the more tucked, the more it is just a pop to blind, and every day is a little bit different. Some people will release their edge a little bit different and kind of do what we call stargazing, where they're looking up towards the sky. Other people will get really laid out and they'll throw both their legs up behind you. And myself, I usually just keep my arms semi-tucked. I'll let them out a little bit, and then I'll let my board come up just a little bit sideways. Now the key to landing this is to spot your landing, so make sure you look down and keep your eyes on the water. As you start to drop out of that rally, tuck your knees in and bring your board back underneath you, and at the same time you're going to pull hard with both hands towards your lead hip. You almost want to get that bar behind your back, and you're going to look over your back shoulder and swing your hips to initiate the rotation. Now the trick to landing this is to make sure you come around enough that you're riding downwind when you land, and I like to point my toes just a little to avoid that edge catch. A few key points on this one: if you don't land downwind enough, what's going to happen is you'll basically land riding toe side with the bar and the kite behind your back. And it's really easy to get pulled out of the blind riding position when you do this, because if you're edging too hard in that toe side position, you actually power the kite back up. So ideally what you need to do is ride downwind enough and commit to that rotation that you can pass the bar and then ride out. It also really helps to make sure that you're maintaining pressure on that front hand, because if the kite rises up on this one, it's going to be more difficult to get that blind pass. So it's actually easier if the kite stays at a 45-degree angle. And that's basically it. So just practice with one super underpowered. Make sure you do a bunch of surfaces passes before you do this. And there's actually no shame in just doing a regular rally, pulling hard, landing with a bar by your lead hips, and then just initiate a surface pass by distributing the weight from your toes to your heels and coming around and just getting used to passing the bar, getting used to controlling that kite. But that'll go a really long way in learning this trick. So if you guys found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you later.